Hey guys, we're back with the 64 Pontiac GTO 2-in-1 from Monogram. This is a kit that was started a very long time ago, and I just never got back to it after some paint issues, which we're going to talk about as this goes on. The kit is going to be built basically very similar to what you see on the box. As the missus wants her a hot rod, so I'm building this, and she's going to make all the choices in the colors and everything that goes on with this car. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out because I don't even know how it's going to end up. So right now you see the two versions of the car that you can build, either stock, custom, or street. And here we have the body. It's a very crisp, clean mold. There's not a lot of flash on it from what I remember. I'm doing this voiceover a very long time after I had opened this thing up and filmed this piece of video. So from what I remember, there was not a lot of flash. It's a very clean mold. This is a probably the third or fourth reissue of this kit, and I think the molds were still in good shape at this point. I don't know what it was like on the last issue. But this one here looks very, very sharp. It's a very good looking body. You get a choice of a bunch of regular parts or custom parts to build the two different versions. All comes in white styrene. I think it's going to be a good kit. I've had some good luck with the monograms that I've done the last few, and this one looks like it's going to be just as nice as the rest. Now let's take a look at everything that comes in the box. There we go. Guys, I'm starting something new when I'm making my videos, in which case I'm going to give you guys just a little overview of the kit itself and its background, as it's something I find really interesting, and maybe you guys will too. Now, what I'm working on, and this is coming from ScaleMates, which is right at this point the authority on our little hobby, is the 64 Pontiac GTO 2-in-1 from Monogram. Now, my particular car happens to be the 1996 reissue. In 1/24 scale. This car was the second or third issue of this kit, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at the timeline and see where we're at with this particular kit and its tooling. As you can see, this car started in 1985 as the Monogram 64 Pontiac GTO. New tooling created for that year. And then it was reboxed in 1991. Pretty much the same kit. Nothing new, just a new box. 1994, we have the next generation of GTOs, which is not what we're looking at, but interesting nonetheless. Then we're going to go over to our next reboxing of this particular kit. Now, this took place in 1995, and they added new parts to the kit for the 95 release. And then it was reboxed, basically the exact same kit as the 95 car, in 1996. So there's no differences as far as I can see between the two, between 95 and 96, as they are all still the same tooling as the original cars released in 85. Let's see if we can get released from 85 and reboxed in 1991. Now that continued for the 96 model year, except for one interesting change is that in 1996 the kit went from being a Monogram kit to being a Revell kit. Now it is the same kit. It's got a new box. It's got the Revell company markings on it, but it continued pretty much as the same kit for 1996. Now in what year is this here? It looks like 1998, maybe 99. Between 99 and 2005, the kit was again reboxed, but this time as a Revell Monogram 64 GTO 2-in-1. And then the next time this kit went on sale was in 2005. Under a new box for their, where I can't really make out what that says, Muscle Line 64 GTO, which is still the same kit. And as you can see, it still maintains even the same decals. Up until the last release of this kit, as far as ScaleMates has, which was in 2011, for their classic Cruiser series, still maintains the exact same decal set and all the same features as the early release. So there was no difference in the tooling between 2011 and 1995. Actually, no. Yes, 1995. Okay, guys, so as per ScaleMates, this is the entire history of the 1964 Pontiac GTO, which started off with monogram, went to Revell, and then wound up as a Revell monogram kit. Till the last issue in 2011, when it went right back to being a monogram kit. So that's just a look back at all the different versions of this kit that you guys can get, depending on what you're looking for. Alright, so I decided that I'm going to start with the body on this one and get that out of the way. And that, of course, went bad. And, surprise, back in the dunk tank to strip the paint. Okay, so here we go with paint attempt number 2. We not only decided went back and repainted the car, I also changed the color, as it's now going to be Mariner Blue from MCW Paint. So after stripping all of the original color off and getting the body re-prepped for paint, I'm now going to just go ahead and paint everything up. Right after I was done painted, I realized I hadn't cleaned it properly when I stripped it the first time, so back in the tank. We're starting all over again, right after we stripped the second round of paint. Okay, back for round 3 of painting this body. We're going back at it again, and hopefully this time everything will work the way it's supposed to. I made sure I thoroughly cleaned the body before applying the paint this time. Alright, let's see if we make it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And now we finally have a completely finished paint job on the 64 GTO. The Le Mans blue really looks good and really sets off all the lines of the car. So I'm happy that this part is over. Now we're going to set it aside, let it dry, and continue with the rest. This color is Le Mans Blue Metallic from MCW Paint. It's a really nice color, but make sure you order at least 2 bottles, as it sprays very thin and you're going to have to really layer it up to get a deep, rich blue color. Now that the paint's out of the way, comes the second scary part of this whole deal, which is applying the decals. Now, this kit is from 1996, These are the original decals that came with the kit, which makes them about 26 years old. So I'm just hoping at this point that they are not going to crumble to dust when I put them in water. But there's only one way to find out, so we're going all in.
A lot of things.
Now here comes the moment of truth. After soaking them in water for a few minutes, I am now applying some microsol and microset solution to the body of the car and to the decal to try and get it to conform to all the curves. And now I'm just hoping that after all these years they're not so brittle that they just crack and fall apart. Wish me luck. Okay. We're getting back up here. Come on. Guys, this is what I gotta deal with.
Readings normal.
No, we don't. No, we not.
Normal.
Whoa, will you stop?
Phase 1 separation normal.
Position.
Dude, give me a second. Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of something.
Sorry.
Make up your mind, please, Mr. Wenner.
Ow!
This indicator's
Stop!
crazy.
That's to be expected, Mrs. Swap. Places are extremely disruptive. There's
Give
so
me a
much
minute.
you don't know.
Puppy! Little puppy!
Mr. Homer,
I can't stop right now, little man. I can't stop right now. I know! You want my attention. I know. Would you stop it? Little guy!
Galileo to Enterprise. Galileo to Enterprise. Come in, please.
No, Daddy, look.
I like it.
No, Daddy, you're a little too much.
Just run right into it. Galileo to Enterprise. Galileo to Enterprise.
And here we have it. It was a nightmare to put on, but it's there. Not horrible.
No more messages from the
Alright, we're gonna do the other one, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. So we'll be back with the finished product. Alright, the decal work on the body is pretty much done. I'm gonna wait for it to completely dry out.
All
And
orbit approach procedures, Mr. Sulu.
One side came out much better than the
Mrs.
other,
Fox, still
but
thinking about
they're on there and they don't look
For the
too
record,
bad
Captain,
for the
how
age
do
of
you
these
describe him?
decals.
Pure mentality, force of
They
intellect,
did work for the most part.
embodied
It
energy,
needed a lot
super
of
being.
setting solution, but
He must be classified, sir.
it's in there.
God of
Now to
War.
let it dry
Mrs.
out,
Fox.
we'll clean them up a little bit, and
I
then it's
hardly
time for
find that
a
fitting.
clear coat.
Then a small boy. And a very naughty one at that.
It will make a strange entry in the library banks.
But then he was a very strange small boy. On the other hand, he was probably doing things comparable.
Hey guys, right now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I decided I'm going to go ahead and lay clear coat over it. I used a Tester's Wet Look Clear, which gave me a couple of issues, but overall it came out pretty nice, as you can see here. I see a couple little things that I'm going to have to deal with. I'm going to give it a good polishing and wet sanding, and then we'll see how it comes out. It may need another coat of clear, or it may be perfectly fine the way it is. There are a couple of things that I just noticed that I'm going to have to give attention to. Alright guys, well that pretty much does it for the first step in this kit, which has been a very long time in the making. And Mrs. Onyx Models is the one who's picking everything on this one. So I hope you guys like what she picks. Alright, I will see ya on the next one.